This is the GV Podcast, a variety review podcast featuring two of the three idiots giving their thoughts on cartoons and anime. This is an opinion-based podcast, and there's no way we're saying our thoughts and opinions are objective. Keep this in mind and enjoy the show. Alright, just sitting down, and we're gonna be recording, and oh god, you guys are here. Hello everybody, my name's Mayhem!
I'm Jitsu.
I'm Duke.
And today, we have something that Duke has refused to tell us.
I was just sitting there, just like, I wonder what he'll try to say for me. Just starts laughing. Okay.
What are we doing today, Duke? Why are we here?
We got another movie thing.
Movie?
So I'm gonna be transparent. Let me be clear.
I don't want to be clear.
So One Piece. It's a very long show, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's a very long show.
I'm just got halfway through it.
You're actually quite a bit past halfway through. You're
Just got halfway through.
you're nearing a point when you're 2/3 of the way through.
Just got halfway through.
You've done good. You've done very good.
What? All right. What?
You've done good, soldier.
What does this have to do with what we're doing?
So, one of the next arcs of One Piece is named Punk Hazard, and then, of course, after that is Dressrosa.
Dressrosa.
Punk Hazard is around 70 episodes.
Uh-huh.
That's about the same length as, like, half Naruto, the
You know.
original series.
Yeah, it's
Not too crazy.
crazy.
It's a little more than, like, the first season, essentially.
Yeah.
Dressrosa is 120.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah. It would be essentially watching, including filler, from season 1 all the way to the end of Alabasta.
Great! I gotta start over.
That'd be essentially what it would be. Yeah.
Oh.
How many episodes you'd be watching?
That's crazy. Wow. All right.
Yeah. And so you need space in order to have time to watch this.
Uh-huh.
Luckily, about halfway through the process of making movies for One Piece, they suddenly got to a phase when they started making movies that could almost kinda fit into canon. Almost kinda. You know what I mean? Almost kinda.
Almost kind of like wait, like it's made and then you go, this could have happened,
It's essentially, imagine there's a circular puzzle and like all the pieces fit together perfectly,
but it has no.
but there's like an extra circle you can add on top of it, and it's like, I guess that fits.
There's no border pieces.
Yeah. And you're just putting it up there, and it's like, I guess it fits. Like, if you wanted, you could fit it.
Jitsu, your face of disgust at the suggestion, at this metaphor. That's like a perfect like frown, like mouth going downward in a perfect.
Yeah, Jinsu, I'm starting to realize why it is that you give the best faces. It's because your face is just perfectly built to make the best faces. Like Jim Carrey style. Like, you've got that Jim Carrey build.
He's saying you look weird.
You got that Jim Carrey, Willem Dafoe build.
I looked myself in the mirror and was like, how can I fuck this shit up?
How can I make myself not look like me?
Like, when you made that face of disgust a second ago, you perfectly lined your chin just to look like Ebenezer Scrooge.
I wasn't trying to do a face of disgust. I was just like if Ebenezer Scrooge wasn't deep in thought, just being like,
How could I make more money?
I want to swim in the gold.
I was gonna say, if there was anything I was jealous of you, if there was anything I was jealous of you for, it's the fact that you're able to do that. Me, I try to do that, but it's unfortunate. It's Clayface, but it's just the clay is stuck.
you haven't looked yourself
A lot
in
of
the mirror.
Clayface.
You haven't looked yourself in the mirror and been like, how can I fuck this up?
Yeah.
So what is it, Duke? You've been beating around the bush.
Luckily, when it comes to this one, do you know what my favorite arc was? Other than Eni's Lobby.
While he beats around the bush, I'm gonna beat my.
So anyway, it was the arc. It was Drum Island. Drum Island was my favorite arc.
Oh yeah, because it introduces Chopper, like one of the best characters.
Do you want to watch that arc again?
No,
We're gonna watch that arc again.
like we're watching episodes over again.
No,
What?
we're watching a movie.
What?
Of that arc?
What?
Yeah,
They made a recap arc.
the episode of Chopper.
I
I think it's actually called the episode of Chopper Plus.
Chopper Plus.
Yeah.
Chopper's fat now.
Yeah, the episode of Pikachu. Yeah.
When did they make this?
Let me check. I got it right here. So
Like in the line of the episodes. Like when was it made?
this came out 2008.
Oh God.
Which 2008 for this is before Brooke.
Oh, before Thriller Bark.
Yeah, this is before Thriller Bark, but it's after Water 7.
Oh, okay. So we don't have Brooke in this.
Yeah.
We lost to Brooke!
Yes.
Man overboard!
That's the funny thing you're going to see when you're watching the movies.
He's already dead, so it's fine.
Because of the fact that you know what crew members join at these points, you see those members slowly join.
Ah, okay.
So, like, in the next one, because that's after Thriller Bark came out,
Oh, so then we get Brooke.
so we get Brooke.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so
But yeah.
episode of Chopper Plus.
You want to be a little happier even?
What?
There's a famous shot in this movie.
Is it the shot?
Can we get much higher?
So high.
I can't wait to see that with
There
you.
we go. That's absolutely the in-between. That's going to play right now!
Ah! Yeah.
There you
Whitebeard dick on my screen.
go. Oh no! Literally, that's just what you put. Uncensored.
One of the 4 emperors, White Cock.
Not to be confused with Black Cock.
Red Cock Shanks.
Kaido, the king of cocks. Big cock!
Big Cock! Yeah!
これが俺の30年をかけて出した答えさ。
The One Piece!
I'm Jack in the Box.
And we're back for watching an episode of Chopper.
Yeah.
Why?
And by episode of Chopper, we mean Drum Island.
We mean literally just Drum Island
With
again.
Frankie.
Episode
And
of Chopper
Robin.
Plus.
So literally
We're back from...
with reskinned Vivi and the duck.
You know what?
The
What
duck.
came out
What's his
24?
name? What's his name?
Pen.
No.
You know the funny thing? I just said his name, like, I think less than an hour ago.
Yeah, I thought I could remember it when I brought it up, but no, I completely
Duck.
forgot it. What's the duck?
I forgot to.
Ah,
Karu.
Pen.
Karu.
Karu.
Yeah, Karu.
Karu. The duck. Frankie's the duck in this situation.
What?
Robin is Vivi, and I accept it.
What? They replaced those two?
Yeah, 'cause
Essentially.
they're not in it.
Yeah, you know how Zoro in original Drum Island, he stays on the ship and then jumps in, and Karu tries to jump in to help him? Like, that was the whole thing?
Like it's Zoro and the duck together, and they're
In
like,
this case, it's Zoro and Frankie just hanging out, being bros.
That's weird.
But we actually saw the sub version, and so we got to hear a little bit of everybody's sub voices again. And I gotta say, Jinsu, Luffy's sub and dub voices are so similar,
Yeah, that's what the English dub is going for.
and I love it.
Don't
No.
understand the complaints.
I don't like it.
Now, the one that I will complain about is Frankie's sub voice. I don't like high-pitched Frankie.
I love hearing his
I'm much
Japanese Elvis impression.
I'm cool with both.
I much prefer Dio going super.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I like both, but also actor-wise, still the voice of Frankie in Japanese has my favorite story of just drinking beer at a party, and a kid goes, "That's not cola," and he's like, okay. Whenever there are kids around now, he always drinks cola.
Always the cola. Always.
You know what I also feel is better in Japanese dub over English dub?
What?
Whoa.
Some video games, like Smash Brothers, in fact. Smash Brothers, like
Just because Marth spoke in Japanese in the Melee version,
No,
and now in
not
Ultimate he says hamburger.
but also, because Yuri Lowenthal as Marth isn't bad. He fits the character, but I like hearing Japanese Marth. I'm so used to Japanese Marth. I play too much Melee. I just like Japanese Marth. And then the
Mewtwo.
Mewtwo has voice lines, and that's cool. Snake's voice. It's not David Hayter.
David Hayter.
That's his name. That's the name of the voice actor.
I can't get over when people have names that are like adjectives.
No.
Hater.
Hayter.
I
know
know.
what?
Like,
It's-
It's like close enough.
You know what's weird to think about? I got to realize this when it came to, like, you mentioned Mewtwo, and so it popped in my mind of, I watched, obviously, the original Pokemon movie, but also I watched that CGI remake. It just sucks. It sucks so bad.
It's
because it
literally-
uses the original dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's just, the problem is, when it's just the Japanese dialogue, it's nothing. That's how it feels. It feels like nothing.
And
the English dialogue was all this different stuff where you're like, oh my god, I could quote that. It's such a good line.
But my main issue with that movie also is just like it's a remake of a movie that was already made. We're not at that point anymore, and I'm drawing parallels with Chopper, with episode of Chopper right now. Like it's been brought up in quality, but like, why?
So I can confirm after looking it up, yeah, this is essentially the movie that is the dream that Chopper had on his way to Dressrosa.
The Thriller Bark.
Dressrosa. Because in the dream sequence they added in 2014, that was the year that Dressrosa came out, and also the clip that they use at the end, you weren't able to watch it, obviously, it shows Kureha, what's his name?
Bear look?
Dalton and Chopper post-time skip look.
Ah, okay. I will say that finding out that Dr. Kureha in the sub version is just Goku, that was a nice surprise, and it actually hearing her do an old woman's
lady
voice.
Man, an old lady voicing an old lady sounds like an old lady.
And not, for some reason, the voice of a buff 20-year-old man.
He's
the hilarious
40.
The hilarious part is that I think she still uses the same voice.
It probably is.
She's just talking like she's using the serious voice. Whenever Goku's like serious, like when he's fighting Frieza or when he's fighting Raditz in like in the Japanese sub or Japanese dub, you can hear it. It's just serious Goku, and it's like, okay, cool.
All right.
I was gonna say, which do you prefer?
What do you mean?
Sub dub
Goku?
Goku?
Sub dub Goku.
That's the biggest debate.
Sean Schemmel is iconic as Goku.
Though I'm more asking because obviously Jinsu, you like Japanese a lot more.
I like the supporting cast. I like the supporting cast in Japanese dub more than I do. Like I like that the rest of the characters sound fine.
Mm-hmm.
If the main character is like whatever, but I do prefer Sean Schemmel as the voice of Goku. Sean Schemmel is the voice of Goku.
I won't let you destroy my world. Yeah.
And the fact that he's like passed out multiple times doing the screams and all that kind of stuff.
I feel weird. There was some mention by him, like he was asked, like, "Oh, so you passed out during Super Saiyan 3?" And he said, "Actually, no. I don't know where that rumor was going around. It wasn't Super Saiyan 3. I have passed out, but it wasn't Super Saiyan 3. It was actually in GT." One of the Super Saiyan 4 screams that I did, I passed out in a padded room and hit the wall. Luckily, obviously, it was padded. And I just hear, "Hey, Sean, you okay?" I go, yeah. And I just kept going.
Padded room? They put me in a padded room.
No.
Padded room with rats.
No. Chopper.
So I will
say with reindeer. I don't like reindeer. Reindeers make me think of Chopper. I will say this episode of Chopper has my least favorite One Piece art style.
Yeah. No, it's used for a few of the different movies. I feel in the other movie it was used in, it seemed funny enough, but here it just seems a little janky.
It was so janky, so like basically whenever Chopper was in his human form, he was a mass of that brown that he is.
He was a blur of brown.
Anytime that he did any complex motion, which in One Piece is everything, it just didn't work. It's like they had the skeleton for a framework of One Piece, but just put over this art style and didn't actually like think of the consequences of it. Because like the fight scenes most of the time were just I
got to realize this as well. Just something kind of cool for you, Mayhem. Obviously, Chopper's always in his hybrid form.
Yeah.
Like, when it comes to, like, what form he's in.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's in his hybrid form of, like, he's right between animal and human.
He's in his most marketable state.
Exactly. But you have not met them yet. There is actually a character you get to meet later on that is also always in their hybrid form.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It is interesting, too, that, like, Chopper is the only one that's in between, doesn't prefer his human or his animal form.
Yeah.
Do you prefer any of them?
I mean, time skip Chopper animal form, that deer. Like, when he's in his deer form, he's a magnificent deer.
Yeah, it's cool that when
I'd shoot that. I mount him on a wall.
Wait.
I'd shoot that.
I'd shoot it.
There's marketable,
Buckshot.
And then there's too marketable.
Then there's buckshot.
Come to the Chopper Ranch, where you can get yourself a chopper head.
Try and get a blue-nosed reindeer head.
Can you imagine
$8.
When marketing
I'm gonna
goes
buy
too
me
far,
8 buckets of beer.
they've bred blue-nosed reindeer, and now you get to go in and just shoot them.
Well, now they're just not. Now it's not worth it because they're mass produced. They're not as rare.
They're all of Chopper's grandkids.
I'm saying
don't
that
you know?
I'm saying that I. Oh my God, Chopper got busy. I'm saying that I killed the rhinos.
If I remember correctly, that's future stuff. I'll mention it later. But
No, it's a heavy spoiler.
no, just the moment you said, "Oh, Chopper got busy," I was just like, "No,
God
let me
damn-
move on."
God damn it.
Fully joke. Still. Maybe a joke. Fully joke. Maybe a joke.
But let me wait. Find a picture to show Jinsu what the
You want the filler character?
No, not the character that was made for it with the art style. Show him the characters that aren't supposed to be in that art style and look terrible.
No.
Oh, it's the Let's Go pigeon. That's all I hear now from pigeons.
Here's the post. You're not gonna like the poster.
Oh, that's the poster!
Look at Frankie in the back.
That's pretty funny. Frankie looks like a meat slug.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a cyborg. He looks like a meat slug.
But that's another thing,
Oh no!
too. Yeah, Robin looks horrendous in this.
Robin is one tall lady.
And Luffy also has probably the worst animation of the entire thing, and then has the best moment. Look at Nami! Hi.
The Navigator.
Sanji is...
Luffy looks good in certain shots, but not overall.
When they give him the serious lines and shit, he looks good, but when he's just regular and doing all of his shit, he looks terrible.
You know what
That's
the problem...
joke.
I was gonna say, you know what the problem actually is when it comes to this? The problem that actually happened, honestly, is they wanted to make it simplified so that they could make the motion better, but they also use very thin lines, so it ends up all becoming a blur.
Yeah, imagine a blur of Luffy, but it doesn't look good.
No, not at all.
I love it when birds just go...
So, I can run through so quickly what the story of original Drum Island
Drum
is.
Island, and then the new things that they added.
So, original Drum Island was basically Nami got sick, so they brought her to this island, and it was an island full of doctors, at least originally. And while they're trying to find basically a doctor who can help out, they find out there is only one doctor left on the island named Dr. Kureha, who is an old witch who lives up on the mountain, the old castle.
139.
139. 138, I actually think it is.
No, it started on the show. I was watching. I've been paying attention.
139?
It's at 139.
So she's 141 now.
Yes,
It's still funny.
I was paying attention.
That's still funny. Do you think there's anything special about the reason why she's 139?
Yeah, that's how you can tell that they're such a good doctor, that they live so long.
I was gonna say,
Or they violate the laws of nature.
It's a thing though to be brought up because other characters who are old in the One Piece world, they're not anywhere near that age.
Yeah,
like
she's
the
only
oldest
one.
folk are like Rayleigh, and he's like 70.
Yeah.
You know the only other people that are actually older than Kureha? The only people older than Kureha are giants.
Oh.
Yeah, those are the only ones.
Oh.
She's
one-
what? What, Jinzu? She's what?
Haven't heard me.
But when it came to Kureha, the closest one to her age as a human, I'm pretty sure was like 110.
Ah.
And, like, that's the closest you could get.
And then there's Shanks.
Mind you, Brook is younger than Kureha.
90, yep.
He's 90, and he's younger.
Would you consider him still able to age even though he's a skeleton?
Yes. His brain is aging.
What brain? Just know the longer that you pause, the less that it actually is there because of the way that we truncate silence.
Well, it's hard to figure out what to say in that moment of, like, I'm genuinely thinking of... No. Fuck!
He's trying to think the logistics of it, but I win!
I was gonna say, like, the best example was, what was it? I just imagine, like, his when his afro pops up and half his skull pops open, and it's like they never show from the perspective inside. Is there anything in there, kind of thing?
No, the afro is his brain.
Hate to say that would make sense.
They're connected.
Yeah, but
That's why it was still able to grow.
so basically, Nami has to go see the doctor. Kureha is the only option, and meanwhile,
She's on top
this
of this giant drum thing that
Yeah.
has a castle. It looks very
Drum Island go.
It looks very the stop motion animation Christmas movies.
Yeah.
That's the theme of the
This
island.
is the island of Christmas.
Yeah. It's Christmas.
So, they make their way up there, but along the way, there's this whole storyline about the previous king of the island, who was this awful man who was actually kicked out when the island was trashed by Blackbeard.
It gets like hinted at, but then like said like way later in the actual anime, but like in the movie, they're just like, oh yeah, it was Blackbeard.
It was Blackbeard.
Here's
yeah.
how he did it.
But so what ends up happening is shoot.
It's just a little kid being like, he did this and this and.
He blew up a building. Wapu, I got one better.
Chopper explaining what Blackbeard was doing.
All of One Piece, but Chopper is
Things I
voiced.
do for love.
But Chopper is voiced by Courage the Cowardly Dog.
No, when somebody's getting messed up and he has to pop a rumble ball to go into Monster Point,
The things I do for love.
but what ends up happening is there's this whole storyline of the king coming back and trying to take over the island.
Who is the king?
Wapple. Your
Wapple.
your rival.
Wapple, 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 wapple.
I got to realize this, Jinzu, when it came to Wapple. Mayhem has always hated Wapple.
Yeah, it's boring.
Stupid.
Well,
Hey.
a few things about him are the fact that he has the one fruit that I know for a fact that's what Mayhem would have.
Shut. No.
If you could eat stuff and turn it into.
Exactly, yeah. But I started thinking about that, and I was like, now I know why you hate him. You hate him for he is your Wario.
I don't want to have
Wario.
Pika.
It's Waham
He
Wapple.
literally looks like if you combine Wario and Waluigi.
Is why.
Yeah. It's what happens when you combine
Wahammer.
Wario and Mayhem.
Wayham.
He's Warhammer.
Wayhammer.
Wayham Wapple.
He's Warhammer.
He's Wayhammer.
He just builds a bunch of minifigurines. He eats them all.
Oh god. He's
So-
lost the equivalent of $7,000.
So I started thinking about that, and I was laughing so hard of just like imagining, you got Mayhem right there. It's like, I don't know what is happening. I am your rival.
Can I shoot him? Am I in a place where I can shoot him?
Can I legally shoot this man?
I have. Yeah, I'm not going.
I like how it sounded like you were about to go for the quote from Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
I drink people.
No, I have. When you said it like that and then went, I'm not going there, I thought it was going to be the Dodoria line.
I have
Yeah.
a sick
No!
matey. Pizza.
So anyway, Wapple, his entire thing of he just wants to abuse his people, so he goes in and just is rushing to the castle so that he can go kill Kureha and anybody else that's there, and then take over the kingdom again.
Because then he can charge for health insurance. What
That's-
what a villainous plot!
It is villainous. It is villainous, very heavily. Being forced to pay thousands for medical insurance. What a fucking evil thing to do. I'm glad that's not a thing that happens in real life.
I'm glad this world is full of justice, love, and freedom.
You know for a fact that Luffy, if he was real, would burn down the entire goddamn planet.
The UN.
Everything would burn.
But like the polar ice caps.
Hey, you remember that image of Charlie when she was like, Luffy is going to destroy Fishman Island, and it was him surrounded by fire? Yeah, that's exactly what would happen to the Earth if he was here. He would burn everything down.
Well, they are making the live action, so how else were they supposed to get the actor? How else were they supposed to get the actor to stretch? With CG? No! They made real devil fruits.
If they made real devil fruits...
Jinso, are you this sleepy,
You know what?
the goer to bed?
Mayhem, if they made real devil fruits, would you have one?
Sacrifice going into the ocean forever? I don't go into the ocean at all, so that'd be pretty alright.
I was gonna say, would the Crusader part of you be a little drawn back by the name Devil Fruit?
I mean, I'd have to ask for permission first, but I'm pretty sure I can get it.
3 Hail Marys and a stretch.
Damn it, the stretch. Ah, come on. That's the hardest part. Look at
The worst part would be getting a random one and not knowing what you're getting.
I can hate it when you do that.
I can hate it. I can hear it when he goes.
I was gonna say the worst part for you, Mayhem, would be having a random one and not knowing what it is.
Oh god, and having to figure that shit out.
What did you get? I don't know. I think I got the banana fruit.
You've just woken up.
I can control any banana within 1 mile of me.
I've sacrificed my ability to swim for this.
Can you imagine? It's like crocodile sand fruit, but
bananas.
So you summon bananas within 1 mile of you and just have a giant scythe of bananas.
God damn it! I could do a whole thing with the Banana Republic.
You want to make this a character? You want to
do it.
stop recording and just write this story?
No!
Banana piece.
Banana piece? Piece of banana.
So anyway, doctors. So
Health
they're making their way
insurance.
up, and what ends up happening is Luffy, as he's carrying Nami and being guarded by Sanji, they get attacked by rabbits that cause an avalanche that
Wait,
almost kills them.
Giant rabbits. You just say rabbits just as if they were just normal rabbits.
It's One Piece, they could be.
Okay, but remember, we're explaining this to people who maybe not have seen this, so...
Yeah, One Piece is weird, basically, is the summary. But
One Piece is weird. The end.
that could be the end.
To be continued?
What ends up happening is they get buried in the avalanche, and in the original story, Luffy looks so messed up as he's pulled himself out of the snow, and now he's carrying both Nami and Sanji, helps out one of the rabbits that was covered in snow.
That's a weird thing, Jinsu, is during the anime, do you remember how messed up Luffy, Sanji, and Nami get when they're trying to get to Dr. Kreha?
Yeah.
The movie very much downplays how injured they are.
Oh.
Oh,
So-
very much so.
So it's like they, instead of like the blood running down his face or something like that, it's literally just like scratches.
You want an example? The biggest moment that like messed me up when I first watched One Piece was when he's climbing up the mountain that is like the drum with the castle on it. When he's climbing up, there's a moment in the anime where like he starts to fall and he just starts to slide. Like his fingers and his toes are just sliding
was
and ripping
grueling.
apart.
Yeah.
They remove that. It's not there.
They basically remove it in the movie.
It's because Chopper wasn't there for this. So what would he know?
How did he know? Oh my god, that's why scenes are animated terribly, is because Chopper wasn't there, so he's trying to think
Oh
of
my
it.
god, that's
He
possible.
drew him himself! We can't trash the art style anymore! Chopper drew it himself!
Goes on the fridge.
5 stars!
But anyway, they get to the top and they get saved by Chopper as they've basically Luffy's gotten there and it's like, okay, I can rest now. Yay! Slams down. Starts to slide, gets caught by Chopper, and so they go in. They start getting healed by Kureha and Chopper, and Luffy begins to chase after Chopper for food, as well as Sanji. Food. Meanwhile, Nami is starting to get a little closer to Chopper of just like, oh, this guy's adorable.
I still love the fact that Chopper is still, like, to Luffy and Sanji, Chopper is food.
He is backup food.
The cook and the eater.
Yep.
Is that not what you are to us? Is that not what I am to you?
There you go. That's the right thing to say, because you have no chance. If there is something that's happening, you are dying first.
Understand, that's the case, Mayhem. Whichever one dies first is food first.
It is food first.
That's what it is. All of us have it planned.
Jinsu, let's wait 10 years, and then we get food.
No, it'll be spoiled by then.
What did he spoil for us?
I like that we do establish, though, it's very obvious. It would be either me or you that get eaten first.
It's you. No, you try and say it's me. I say it's you.
Remember, though, guys, when you start to cook me, remember to sear the fat.
You got that, Jinsu? Did you write that down?
It reduces the amount of
can't
fat that there
remember.
is. So make sure to sear the fat. It is flavor, but also you don't want to have too much chewy fat.
Leather.
Yeah.
Jinsu, stop looking up pictures of cats.
They're so funny looking.
Jinzu, we're having a very important discussion about eating me. Come on. Come on, man.
Sounds pretty
Come
gay.
on.
Sounds pretty gay.
And?
Sounds pretty lame. Look at this Funny colored fur cat.
What do you call that?
A calico?
I hate you.
Anyway. So as they're getting healed up, getting help. Meanwhile, I'll mention the stuff that happens away of. You got Dalton who encounters Wapple. Dalton was basically this ex-soldier of Wapple, but now he's essentially the pseudo-leader
I'm a good
of
guy.
Drum Island. And so he watches out for his people, but Wapple beats the shit out of him. In the anime, he beats the shit out of him and leaves him for dead, at which point these 20 doctors that Wapple had always around him leave him and go to help Dalton.
Like, Jins, you remember in the anime how Dalton was kind of morally gray? That, like, whenever he was there, you weren't sure if he was supporting the Straw Hats or not. And
He
you were
was an anti-villain?
he was kind of there, and he was kind of just like
he was on the villain's side, but he didn't want to be.
yeah.
Is that anti-villain or is that something else?
No,
That's
anti-villain
a
is,
redeemed villain.
Yeah, anti-villain is a bad person that does good things.
Oh, okay.
But Dalton was like he was a bit more complex. In this one, he's just the guy who's just like, hey, what's up?
He's
And
just kind of here.
They don't even show his devil fruit.
They showed.
What?
I watched the full thing. They showed it like once, and then not at all anymore.
His beast. or
Bison.
his- what was the fruit called?
It was.
again?
I'm pretty sure it was the. It wasn't. Wasn't it the bison fruit?
No, it was the giraffe fruit model bison.
No, no. It
Shut
the
up.
giraffe one was the bison giraffe model. Yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah. That'd be weird if
That-
like
that's
the,
my-
the,
that-
oh, the classic model was giraffe fruit. That'd be fucking weird.
We got giraffes here.
Can you imagine how weird that is? Of just like
Was
oh
it-
yeah,
was it model ox?
Ox, yes, it was, or it was just straight up the ox fruit.
it's the phoenix fruit model toucan.
ox. OC. I see you typing. Yep, it's just the ox.
Yep, the ox fruit. Look at the fact that it's just shaped like an ox head. I wonder what power I'll get.
Fruit model bison.
Bison.
So then
I-
the other one is ox fruit model giraffe.
Yeah.
I feel I get a
I
little
hate
mad
that.
on. I get a little mad on occasion when I see the fruit, and people are like, "I wonder what power I'll get," and it's like, you know what you're gonna
Ox.
get.
The African ox.
I hate it. Stop.
I get you.
Stop it. Do what I fucking get you. I hate the giraffe so much.
It's so funny.
I
I love
hate
that
it.
he's just a square. It's a cereal
like-
box.
This is one thing that I don't like about devil fruits in One Piece on occasion.
The names?
No, I love the names. When it comes to the design, every so often you'll hear somebody, "You never know what you're gonna get," and meanwhile there's fruits like this.
I wonder what you get from this fruit with the smoke and a bomb.
I wonder what you get with this smoky looking one, the smoke fruit. Fuck. Wow. What do you get with this one that looks like a bomb? The bomb fruit. Fuck.
Is it the bomb or is it the bomb-om?
Copyrighted. The Nintendo Ninjas got him.
There's another one. The fire one, the Marinara no Mi.
The marinara?
Flame
The
fruit.
flame fruit.
The marinara
And it's like
fruit?
it's covered in flames.
The marinara no mi? The
The
tomato fruit?
Marinara no Mi, yeah.
What's Bugsy or what's Buggy's
Oh,
fruit?
the
chop chop.
Bara no Mi, the chop chop.
What does that look like?
That's what it looks like. It's got like the pineapple top.
It looks
but
like the fucking
it's a
one
berry.
right next to it.
It looks
orange.
exactly the
Pretty sure
fucking
that's supposed to be the
same!
gum, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the gum fruit.
It is
but
the
Yeah, there's the
orange.
basic fruits,
It
and
is
then
the
there's
second one we...
Foreshadowing!
It is the second one we're introduced to, so it's going to be also just as basic looking.
Well, do you want to see one that's kind of funny?
What?
So you've seen what the dragon looks like for Kaido, right?
Vaguely?
Just
He's-
the fact
he's-
that it's blue.
He's an Eastern dragon, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what his fruit looks like.
Oh, dragon scales.
It's dragon scales, and it's like the same color scheme of him.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I wonder what he'll get.
Or maybe he... maybe he made himself look like the devil fruit.
Because he was like, this
Like I
is
said,
cool.
flame
This
fruit.
is what I've been looking for.
The flame fruit being just on fire.
Whenever I see the props of, like, people making the real devil fruits, I just keep on thinking back to that one video of the two guys dressed up as Blackbeard, and they just keep laughing at each other.
You want one that kind of makes me laugh?
What?
So Alvita, she had the smooth fruit, remember?
Yeah? Is it
This is what it looks like.
Oh God!
Would you eat that?
Look,
That looks like a brain. That just looks like someone's brain on a stem.
Would you eat
smooth
it?
brain.
Would you eat it?
It's a smooth brain.
Yeah, would you eat it though?
Smooth brain.
No, I will save it for someone who deserves it. Oh yeah. Wait, go back up. Go back up. Jinzu, that shot of the devil fruits right there. That's in this movie.
Wow.
And like they're all in CG. Oh my God! There was a shot of 3D model Luffy carrying Nami and Sanji, and they looked horrendous.
It
They
really
looked like
did.
they looked like PS1 era like
Let's go.
like string characters running.
Chopper's fruit. Would
Let's
you eat
go.
this?
That's the fucking Mario,
That's a
Mario.
mushroom. That's a weird mushroom.
That's the Mario no me.
Mario, that's a Mamma Mia no me.
Mario Luigi no me.
That's the
That's the super momi, super plumber.
It's the da 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 no me. But the original story goes that as Wapple is making his way up, we get the backstory of Chopper of just like, oh, what's up with this little reindeer dude? He ate the human fruit, and so because of that, he's a human reindeer hybrid. And
Now he's that guy.
he is that guy.
He is that guy. He is that guy.
He is him. You are you. He is him.
Did you know?
It's just I just now imagine just like one of those Dude Bro podcasts, but Chopper's on it.
Yeah. It's literally just that one episode of Dexter's Laboratory where he fabricated a beard.
I'm a reindeer, but I'm also an alpha male.
Hey, we.
Never thought you'd hear that from Chopper, right?
And I still won't. Cause holy shit, that's exactly how it would go. And then the guys are just like, yeah,
Chopper on the Joe Rogan podcast.
you know, the world government.
What do women not understand about men?
Cheeseburgers. Ah! Careful with that sound. That was just Duke's lungs. He just naturally made that sound. Inanimate object Zoan.
But
Yeah, the sword became an elephant.
yeah.
And the elephant was eating fruit the entire time.
Oda said if Zoro ever had a fruit, it would be Kaido's fruit, but it wouldn't be Zoro who ate it. It would be one of his swords.
These fucking baby.
Yeah, the same look of just like, okay.
The sword eats it.
Also, he said that Nami would have the fruit that NL had.
And
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she would have that.
Not Big Mama's.
No. I think she should have Big Moms. Like, you don't even know what Big Moms is yet, but I think she should have Big Moms. But, also, Sanji would have the invisible fruit.
Shut the fuck up. Don't bring that up. Don't worry about it. Let's not talk about it. What would Usopp's fruit be?
There's one where it's just you have a lot of pockets. That's what Oda said.
the pocket no me.
It's essentially
Aw.
the pocket fruit.
Oh, I was really hoping for him to just turn into a gun. And then
Oh,
his
yeah,
nose-
the
his
gun.
nose-
I have
nose
the
is a
gun
barrel.
fruit.
His nose is a fucking barrel.
Like two cannon.
I'm the fucking gun. Yeah, and then
But like the dog with that ate the gun.
He took the fruit from the dog.
Oh wait, no. What? Or was it a gun that took a dog fruit?
Oh yeah, it was a gun that took the dog fruit. That's right.
Because Oda had to do that.
Wait, Baby 5. We just met her, where her entire thing is that she can make weapons.
Oh yeah, that.
He would just take hers.
But
No,
just make his
no.
nose the gun. That's it.
No, have him be the gun.
Yeah, that's the thing. Imagine
gun
his
Snot cannon.
imagine his
sniper.
Not
nose
rockets!
becoming a revolver.
The gun fruit model sniper, and then he can have a longer nose.
I can imagine that visual pun now. By the way, of the nose becoming the
barrel.
the gun barrel, while like his face is the fucking the chambers, and so he just spins his face. Just imagining, I'm gonna get him. Oh god!
Oh god, I can't aim while I'm dizzy. Why do I keep doing that?
But
Russian
he
roulette.
has to work out his neck so he doesn't snap his neck whenever he shoots.
Usopp?
so
Sniper King, shoot down that flag.
What would
love what you
Frankie's fruit be?
Frankie's would be to
The
make
elephant fruit.
would make him fully.
I would say he would probably get like the magnet fruit.
No, he gets the smooth fruit.
What?
I would
How
say
would that help?
Ah!
You need friction for engineering though.
It's, well, in all fair, I will say this right now, like, later on we get to see, like, some of the stuff that Kid can do, and he's able to make full-on machines out of his stuff, instead of just, like, normal, like lumps of weaponry.
I feel like Frankie.
He's able to make, like, a full gun and shit.
I feel like Frankie would purposefully.
That's what Frankie would do.
I feel like Frankie would purposefully get one that doesn't make sense.
Wait,
for him.
no, you know what you can do? You can make two like smooth bearings that like rotate without friction, so they just rotate infinitely, and then you put treads on those, and then you have those connect to other treads, and then you just and then that's the gear shit, and then that's all the engineering right now.
The FBI is coming for us.
What?
We're going to die. You've made a water machine.
But water there's still friction.
Okay,
But like the smooth fruit,
they just sent a cease and desist instead. We're safe.
they're just gonna give us the highest award that the FBI can give you.
Dead.
A bullet to the
A
head.
bullet. It's the scene from Up, but instead of the pin, it's just a bullet hole.
In someone's head.
He gets the kilo no mi.
No, he'd get the.
It's the one where you can lighten yourself, and so he's just got the little umbrella going up.
That's what Frankie would do. Where like the umbrella comes out of the palm of his hand and he just floats up.
It's just a little...
That way we don't ever have to see that fart jetpack that he has.
And then he puts it away.
Yeah! Super!
He's the boat fruit.
The boat. He is the Sunny!
Mayhem. He gets the bridge fruit.
The castle.
No, the bridge fruit. He can make one more bridge.
He can make one more bridge! He's known to make a bridge or two, and he's only made one bridge so far, so he might be able to make another.
Mayhem. Now just imagine him standing there.
Bridge, extendo! Lower the speedo, extend the bridge!
Everybody, climb on my bridge. Start step on it. Frankie, do you need to make those noises as your bridge is extended?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I can't help myself.
Do you want the bridge hard or do you want the bridge floppy?
Do you want it to be a suspension bridge? Because I'm sure in suspense.
Edge, bridge, go! Robin, keep it up. Robin, keep it up.
Frankie, keep it up.
Robin, keep doing what you're doing. Frankie, keep it up.
There you go. All right, go back to the story.
Holy shit!
Chopper killed his mentor.
Oh yeah, so let's get to that. So, basically, Chopper, when he was little, he would be picked on by other reindeer because he had a blue nose. Over time, he ate a fruit, and now he was rejected because he was a freak.
Man, we thought a glowing nose was weird. Look at the blue guy over
During
here.
this time, there was a purge of doctors. They started killing off doctors just because they wanted only 20 that the king could have. And the only two that were left were Kureha, as we mentioned, the old woman, and a guy by the name of Herelook. And Herelook...
At what? At what? At what?
Just fucking toss shit at
At
you.
what? That's your penis.
Herelook was basically this quack doctor who... He tried to help out as much as possible, but it was obvious he didn't really know what he was doing.
He's someone that, like, if in live action, he would be played by Jim Carrey.
I would love that. Also, just like the first scene we actually see him in is him coming up to a guy just like who's sick, and it's just like, "Don't worry, I'm a doctor. Here you go." And it's like, "No, please, ribbit."
Well, now he's okay.
Well, now he's a healthy frog.
Now he's a healthy frog.
He's not dying anymore. Did I not cure him?
So we get that quack of a doctor, and eventually he finds Chopper all messed up because he'd been shot trying to be with humans, and he tries to help out Chopper. He has this one real nice scene where he's trying to warm up to Chopper, and Chopper beats the shit out of him for having a gun on him. And so, Here Look throws off all his clothes of like, look, I'm not gonna hurt you!
I'm naked!
And so it's so goofy, but it's like, oh, that's nice. And over time, he basically becomes Chopper's dad while taking care of him. Gives him his hat, gives him his name, being Tony Chopper. And after a while, Chopper gets healed, but Here Look's got a problem. He's dying of a disease.
Cancer.
Basically.
Cancer.
And so his one goal is to make these cherry blossoms bloom in
on Drum Island.
But
it's a winter island, so he's an idiot! Doesn't know how nature works.
That was the thing that he claims cured him. For the longest time, he believes that he got an extension on his life because of those cherry blossoms. By the way, do you think that he went to Wano?
If that's the only place where they are, then yep. Yeah, if that's the only place that has the answer, then yes, that is the answer.
Still, it'd just be kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine, like...
That wasn't in question. I'm just making fun of you.
Can you imagine he goes to Wano and he gets to hear that there was a quack doctor who showed up on the island?
That's my dad. We exiled him.
Oh, that's why he died.
He's not my dad.
But, Here Look, he wants to figure this out before he dies. But he also doesn't want Chopper to see him die. So he kicks Chopper out, scares him off, and
pulls an old
Chopper basically takes the time to look into Here Look's books and finds a mushroom that he believes is a cure-all, goes out to find it, and brings it back to Here Look. Looking completely wrecked, by the way. His one of his horns is broken.
He had a difficult journey ahead of him.
He's got broken bones.
Friends.
He farted. He pissed. And he shitted.
He got beat the shit out of by some reindeer.
He pissed and he shitted.
But he brought it back. Here Look ate half the mushroom. Was like, this is absolutely disgusting, but that's how medicine works. Thank you so much. He sees that his research after 30 years has finally worked. And he brings it to Kureha and says, don't worry, Chopper, you're going to be a great doctor one day. And
don't worry, you'll get to see it. Shows what you know.
He goes to Kureha and says, hey, I want you to finish up my work. I need you to make as much as possible of this stuff, as well as could you please teach Chopper how to be a doctor? And it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm not giving the final wish to some dying man.
I'm going to be a cynical old woman.
And they mention the fact that the 20 doctors that Wapol has, there is a claim that they are sick right now. And so, Here Look plans to go off and help out the sick doctors. And Kureha, she realizes all this stuff is weird, and so goes to Here Look's house and finds out from Chopper that he gave him that mushroom, which was a poisonous mushroom.
It was literally the most dangerous thing to ever exist, and the reason why Chopper thought it would help him is because in the fauna encyclopedia that he found with all the mushrooms, saw that it had a skull and crossbones on it.
Here Look explained to him in the past that the skull and crossbones is the symbol of hope and freedom, because it is the symbol of pirates.
So here, take this, and Here Look went, poison.
And so Kureha beats the shit out of Chopper, but also explains to him like essentially his first lesson as a doctor.
You killed your father.
There's that, but also remember, as a doctor, you have to understand the skull and crossbones means poison, a dangerous poison. It could kill a man. Here Look is going to die, and so Here Look makes it up and has this great moment where he finally makes it up to the mountain, and everybody's standing there. The doctors, Wapol, Dalton, all of them.
Because it was a lie. It was a ploy to get any remaining doctors of Drum Island to go there to try and help the doctors, but all the doctors are not actually sick because they are trying to kill everybody that isn't those doctors.
Here Look is overjoyed to know that it was a lie, that the country is not in danger. And so he has this final speech of basically, tell me, when does a man die? Is it when a bullet pierces his heart? When an incurable disease eats him from the inside out? Or when he eats a poisonous mushroom? No. He dies when he is forgotten.
So Chopper didn't kill him because of loopholes. I thought Here Look was a doctor, not a lawyer.
He basically says he will not die because his dream will continue to go on.
Hell yeah.
And Dalton begins to cry, and he's like, why are you crying, Dalton? He says, can a country also be saved? He says that's up to the people themselves.
That's up for the people who actually want to be saved. They have to want to be saved in order to be saved.
Did you watch Drum Island?
Well, that
I want to talk about Drum Island. Fuck you.
we're also making sure that this is for anybody who hasn't seen Drum Island. This is making sure.
I want to clarify how good this arc is, okay? Motherfucker!
You watch Drum Island? I watched Drum Island.
So anyway, he says, my son is coming up here. Please don't kill him. He's a monster.
Oh God,
He's
it's a
my
monster!
son." And so he begins to drink this thing, as he basically, right before drinking it, says, I've lived a good life, downs it, and explodes. Great moment where Chopper sees this, explodes into this monster form, and runs at Wapple. By the way, in the movie, they changed that.
They completely
It
changed.
doesn't look good at all, because he's already there before he turns into a monster, and then he transforms, and it doesn't have the same animation. Remember how good it looked in the anime when it looks like he's ripping out of it, his skin essentially?
It doesn't have that.
Doesn't have that, and also Dalton doesn't become a ox in order to stop Chopper. He just is a normal guy who stops Chopper.
This movie is literally just Drum Island, but worse.
Yes. And so Dalton tells him to leave. Dalton ends up getting arrested for disobeying the king on not killing Chopper.
So that's his backstory and why
And-
he's helpful.
Yeah. Chopper ends up learning to be a doctor, and story continues. Afterwards, we have this whole thing where Luffy, knowing this knowledge, basically knowing this story now, just really wants Chopper on his crew.
He wanted him on his crew before, but that was for backup food.
Yeah. Also because cool talking reindeer monster. Let's go.
Gear 4 SpongeBob.
Your force, but SpongeBob.
So, what ends up happening is Wapple ends up getting to the castle, and the best way to summarize it is just this massive fight where Luffy and Chopper team up to beat up Wapple, and they win. They knock him out of the country. They knock him to a different country, and
So Jinsu, you want to know one little difference that they did in the Wappu fight?
I'm ready to mention.
You want to know what little difference they did?
What
They
are the
added-
little differences?
They added a brand new character, Wappu's older brother, that was there the entire
Mushroom.
time, and he had like bullshit powers.
His name is Mushroom, and his power is mushrooms, but also spiral drills.
It makes no sense at all. Luffy fights him instead of the combined two guys.
Quick Gurren Lagann reference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Doodle-doo.
but he fights him instead, and just
That's the only thing I like from this movie.
Wapple like transforms into the thing that like is supposed to combine the two guys together, but he just doesn't. They just have him transform
So he can shoot a cannon.
so he can look cool and then shoot down the flag,
Yeah.
the pirate flag.
But yeah, the end of Drum Island is essentially after they beat Wapple, Chopper contemplates going, is like, no, I can't go. Shut up, let's go!
And Dr. Correjas uses a bunch of people to set off the cure that Hiruluk wanted for cherry blossoms to rain down on Drum Island. And Chopper witnesses this, and he does the
And he
face.
screams, can we get much higher?
He does it. He does it,
Jinsu, can we get much higher?
He does the meme. Do you know the meme?
Can we get much higher?
From 2 years ago?
Expose Peni?
Frankie, we can! We can! If you insist. Yeah.
That's basically the story of...
It's all a dream!
It was all a dream. It had fun animation fights here and there. Otherwise, don't watch this.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Watch the clips.
Watch the show. Watch the goddamn show. It is one of the best arcs. Like, if I give you the choice of either read the manga or watch the show, watch the goddamn show. This is the one time where the show is actually better than the manga. Fucking do it. Don't be a pussy.
So yeah, that was episode of Chopper. A very weird addition because it doesn't really add anything. It just takes away the scenes that you know are good from Drum Island.
Fuck it. I just gave you time for Punk Hazard. Fuck you.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
Can you watch Punk Hazard?
Jinzu, can you watch Punk Hazard?
Can you shut the fuck up now?
You have your mic on you.
Maybe.
Oh, that's perfect.
I'll
That was
try to watch it.
perfection.
Maybe. I don't think it's that good, honestly.
Do a sniff. Give a big old sniff to the mic. Can't wait to cut that out. But yeah, so my question is, why do they change the art style of One Piece?
I was gonna say, honestly, I have to ask like this quick thing of like, what are your thoughts on like, for the three of us, what are your guys' thoughts on Drum Island as an arc itself?
As an arc itself, it's I give it, with 1 being the highest, I give it a 4.
Of like, it's pretty up there.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna figuratively or metaphor, whichever one. I'm gonna put up a link of our Drum Island episode.
Well, that's the full Alabasta episode, yeah.
But where
we
would
talked about it
you?
for like 5 minutes, so that's why it's a good chance to give our full thoughts. This is my favorite arc. One of my favorites.
I thought Chopper's backstory was really, really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But where would you put it on like all of One Piece arcs, like little areas that you've seen? Where would you put this one?
Shit! No, I'm just kidding.
10.
I hated it. 10 out of 10. No, it was pretty good. I'd say,
Are you slapping me? Is that what you say?
I think it's a knee slapper out of 10.
It's a knee slapper out of 10.
I didn't like Wapol as a villain.
Thank you.
So overall, I'd give it like an 8. Because
I agree.
Wapol's pretty boring. The premise of the story was the premise of the story was alright, but I wanted there to be less Wapol and more like, oh, there's no doctors. We need
Okay.
doctors.
Guys, I gotta be honest with you, okay? I'm gonna
What?
tell you the truth.
What?
In the future, Wapol joins Buggy and they find the One Piece together, okay?
Oh, that's just the end. All right.
That is the end of One Piece.
They combine like the Power Rangers.
Remember at the end
the
of
Buggle.
I was gonna say, remember at the end of the Gurren Lagann movie when they all combined into
Woggy.
one giant? They all combined into one giant mech.
Yeah.
That's what happens, but it is actually Wapol, Clawhador, Captain Morgan, Buggy, and a bunch of other C-list villains that you don't remember.
All the East Blue villains.
It's all the East Blue villains.
Arlong.
It's all of Baroque works except for Crocodile. And
and
him, he forms the joints, but they all fuse together in one giant mech, and then they destroy the Red Line and find the One Piece.
man,
Turns out it was right under there.
One Piece got bad, especially when you started writing it, Duke.
I know, right?
Fuck
Pay
you
me,
talking
motherfucker.
about?
No, that's why you're on strike right now.
I created the writer's strike by being a bad writer.
Yeah. I mean, technically.
Damn. Okay, Dukas.
All right. What's next?
Did you have any more thoughts with Mayhem?
Nah, that was it.
No? Okay.
No more thoughts.
Like, why would they do this? I don't even know.
The thoughts are no longer with Mayhem.
I don't like the animation.
If anything, watch clips of this because the animation can be fun on occasion. Like, the fight with Luffy and Mushiru is very fun.
What's next? Samurai Jack.
Next up is Samurai Jack, the video game. No.
Oh hell yeah!
I would actually love to play that.
Samurai Jack and Wano. I actually have a Samurai Jack 3D video game we could play.
Yeah, no, it's very.
Hell
seen it,
yeah.
It looks very good.
But it,
No.
like it, it's just boring. It's just-
Ah!
you run around. It's like Kingdom Hearts where you run around areas and then the enemies spawn, and it's like, oh, I gotta fight and then the music kicks in. And you run around. Yeah, and then you cha 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 cha, and then you kill them all, and then it's like, okay, on to the next area where it's the same fucking thing.
All right, I don't know where to go. Oh, here's enemies. Here's where I'm supposed to be.
Yep.
Ma'am, I think you're gonna be happy with the next one we do. By the way,
What is it?
Strong World.
Strong World. What the
It
heck is
is the
Strong World?
movie featuring the Golden Lion Shiki.
Oh, the one that's a cannon because of him getting trapped in impelled down.
Yeah, he's kind of that's the weird one of this next movie has a character who is, while he's included in a non-canon movie, is technically canon.
All right.
Especially the fact that he was it's possible he was one of the previous 4 emperors
Ooh.
that had the place of, I believe,
Shanks? Would it be
Shanks. Yeah. He had the place of Shanks.
Interesting. All right. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. If you liked it, subscribe for more, and we'll catch you next time. Jinsu, your finger guns won't be doing nothing to me.
They're fast as hell, but do no damage.
Bye. If you want to see more of our content, you can find our YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter on our linktree at linktree/greenvillains. That's linktr.ee/greenvillains.